likewise. So it is because of the layers in terms of soft, it is because of the layers which are there in terms of hard rocks. So soft and hard rocks are there. Soft rocks are more prone to erosion, more prone to weathering. Hard rocks are less prone to weathering, less prone to erosion. As a result of that, you will see the same thing. So here, these are what the set of rapids which are there. Now, with respect to the rapid itself, there will be a further what vertical down cutting. There will be further what vertical down cutting. As a result of vertical down cutting, you will see we have a narrow channel and we have a huge stream of water which is causing what vertical down cutting, which is causing evenness in the slope of river bed rapids. Now these rapids could transform in terms of waterfall. These rapids could be transformed in terms of waterfall. Now when there is a sudden vertical fall of water over the steep drop, suppose we can have a harder rocks here and we can have a less resistant, means soft rocks are here, sandstone is here, okay, and here we have a granite. So there is a one block of granite and there is another block of what sandstone, and when the water is flowing here, what will happen? Granite will offer less resistance, I mean less removal of material. Granite will offer what? Less kind of weathering, you can say. And yes, sandstone, which is a sedimentary, that will offer more weathering, more erosion. So as a result of that, what will happen, that when the river water is there, now this river water will cause a more removal of what? This particular sandstone, and as a result of more removal, here you will see that we have a sudden drop of water. When there is a sudden drop of water, here you will see at the bottom of sandstone we have a abrasion, because the water which is here, that water will have some sort of rocks, and these rocks will cause what? Abrasion here, and as a result of this there will be a formation of plunge pool. There will be a plunge pool which will be formed here, okay. Plunge pool will be formed here, and that is a plunge pool, means a kind of the area where the waterfall is actually falling down. It's a kind of the pond where you can swim, okay. So it is created by erosion of the softer rocks. If it is continuous, so we will have what? The pure kind of resemblance with respect to the waterfall. And this is what the waterfall, here you can see this is what the waterfall, okay. So how it might have been formed? It might have been formed because we may have some sort of what? Sandstone rocks which have been eroded, and as a result of that, the steep slope is appeared in this particular way. And when we have this vertical fall of water over a steep slopes, why? Because water is moving on the hard and weak, or let's say less resistant. So because of this varied erosional aspect, we will have what? Waterfall which will be formed in this way, okay. I hope we are clear about that, how the slope is looking like. So here the slope is looking like in this way, vertical steeper slopes are there, topographical feature formed by exogenetic processes, formed by agent of exogenetic process, that is water itself. Okay, so we discussed about V-shaped valleys. We discussed about V-shaped valleys, waterfall, gorge, interlocking spurs. We will see here. Okay, interlocking spurs we will see here. High bed load will be there. Okay, narrow channel is there and steep slope is there. Moving ahead. Middle course, mature stage. Middle course, mature stage. When there is a middle course or mature stage, because of the some sort of gentle appearance of slope, as a result of that there will be dominant processes. Which dominant processes will be there? Lateral erosion will be more, transportation will be more, and deposition will take place. Here the valleys which will be formed, they will like this. More lateral erosion is there, less vertical downcutting will be there, and yes, there will be a gentle slope and valleys will be wider, more and more wider they will be. Interlocking spurs. Interlocking spurs. See, there are some sort of let's say have some sort of variation. In some books, interlocking spurs are the feature of upper middle stage. Upper middle stage, I hope you aware, the boundary at which the youthful stage and mature stage are meeting. So at that place, we will have a interlocking spurs. Okay, interlocking spurs will be there. Here they will be. Here you will see we have this interlocking spurs. Here you will see we will have what? This interlocking spurs. So that's why we are actually considering these interlocking spurs in middle course of river. All right. So interlocking, what are the interlocking spurs? Interlocking spurs are basically the zigzag log of land in valley side. So suppose we have this V-shaped valley. So when we have the mountain like this, so this is the first and this is the second mountain, and in between this mountain we have a river, and river is interlocked by these two set of mountains. That's why it is known as what? Interlocking spurs. So here you can see this is what the one mountain, this is what the second mountain. So they have actually logged the course of river. So as they have logged the course of river, that will be called as what? Interlocking spurs. So when the river move around the resistant rocks in path, so we will have this interlock, and that is what? Interlocking spurs. Yes, there will be like a lateral erosion to some extent, and yes, we will also have what? Vertical down cutting as well, which will going to take place, sure. And yes, we will have what? V-shaped valleys as a result of interlocking spurs. Okay, so it is the stage which is prior to V-shaped valleys, or let's say it is about to transform in terms of V-shaped valleys. So you will see these aspect with respect to the later stage of youthful stage and the upper stage of mature stage of river. Here I can further classify it in this way. Here I can further classify it in this way. This is what the upper course of youthful stage. This is the middle course of youthful stage. This is the lower course of youthful stage. This further, this can be classified in terms of upper stage of middle course, middle stage of middle course, lower course of, I mean upper middle lower, upper middle lower, in this way. Interlocking spurs. Okay, so here we have our interlocking spurs in this way. Moving ahead, meanders. Meanders. When the river is flowing like this, when the river is in the gentle areas, and as there is a gentle areas, there will be a more lateral erosion. As a result of more lateral erosion which is there, because of the more lateral erosion, now river will flow like a snake, river will flow like some sort of curved path. And yes, in the middle stage of river we used to see that there is a significant change in the river direction. There is a significant change in terms of the place at which the river is actually flowing. So when there is a curved and bending of river course in alluvial valleys, in alluvial plains, we can say. So when the river erodes outer bank, we will see this thing. And when there is a deposition of sediments on the inner slopes, as a result of this, meandering will take place. As a result of this, meandering will take place. How it will take place? See. All right, see this image and see this one. Here, what is happening, that suppose the river is actually flowing like this. When the river is flowing like this, here we'll have what? More lateral erosion. Why more lateral erosion? Because of less kinetic energy and because of the more aspect of what? Gravity, we can say. Okay, so if we have this aspect, there will be what? Deposition. There will be what? Deposition. Suppose this deposition is there, and when the river is flowing like this, now you are looking river from the sky, and when we have some sort of lateral erosion, as a result of this, what will happen? We will have some sort of deposition. and as a result of this, river will start